A University of Windsor building may soon be listed on Windsor's Municipal Heritage Register. The City of Windsor Heritage Committee has made the recommendation that Essex Hall be recognized as having this historic status. Built in 1963 and initially called the Physical and Applied Sciences Building, the structure now houses the university's engineering and science departments. Essex Hall was the first engineering building built on the University of Windsor campus. Listing it as a heritage site would preserve it, but there has been a mixed reaction from students over whether the recommendation is good or not.
I think the building should be knocked down, and first reason is because there's a new one being built across the street, which is going to look pretty, and second, I'd like to see this building knocked down with explosions.
I believe it should be saved. It's part of engineering. You know, we've spent so much time in this building. So I wouldn't want it to be demolished, but then again, I do look forward to seeing that new building.
I think the city should save it just because it's a historical building, and but I also think that maybe it should be renovated just so it looks more appealing to the students. But I think we should save it just to have a part of history at the university, just like Dillon Hall.
The construction of a new building to replace Essex Hall, called the Center for Engineering Innovation, began on the university campus in January 2010. The new engineering building will be certified as having gold status through the Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design rating system. This is a third-party certification program for the design, construction, and operation of high-performance green buildings. John Calhoun, the city's heritage planner, is the one that made the recommendation for Essex Hall. He said although the new building will have LEED and green status, there is a well-known frame of thought among the heritage community when it comes to environmentally friendly structures.
It's much greener to keep the building in use. That a huge fraction of our landfill is construction materials, so that if that could be saved, it's a much greener alternative to keep a building than it is to tear it down. I mean, the idea of giving a green certificate to a brand new building after you've torn down something seems a little bit and wasted all that material. There's an irony in that.
There are currently 843 properties in Windsor that maintain historic status. Just over 100 of them are designated, such as the Willestead Manor located in Walkerville, but most of them are only listed on the Heritage Register. Dillon Hall and Memorial Hall are two buildings on the University of Windsor campus that are already listed. Calhoun said people need to realize the importance of preserving Windsor's history through the listing of buildings such as Essex Hall on the Municipal Heritage Register.
Whether the Essex Hall is a great building according to some concept of grand edifice, it's grand in terms of its size. It would not be so much a grand design as we tend to think of some big Victorian building or that sort of thing, but it is a representation of its decade, and that was considered the smart building of the 1960s. It's not currently fashionable, but it is part of our big history.
The recommendation will go before City Council for approval within the next couple of months. For Mediaplex News Now, I'm Rebecca Wright.